Alright lads, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Morecambe Youth Academy Career Mode. As you can see on the screen, we've got the first round of the FA Cup here, and hopefully we can actually have a decent run in that competition. But anyway, let's just get straight on into the episode. Okay, as I mentioned in the intro, the first game of today is FA Cup action, and it's against Cambridge United. The first chance of the game fell to Morecambe here as Davis dribbles inside the box, gives off to McAvoy, passes back to Johnson, and that famed right foot of his is as weak as ever. Cambridge's first chance of the game as Carruthers turns his man. Nice little ball roll to get past the second. Step overs to come towards goal. Shoots in the edge of the box, but it's palmed wide by the goalkeeper. Cambridge are on the attack yet again as Nibs has the ball in the middle of the park. Takes his time, finds Davis. Lays the ball off to Dallas. Plays the ball through to Maris and he spots Nibs in the middle of the box. And Moore's marking is slack. And Nibs is able to just tap the ball into the back of the net to give Cambridge the lead there. Morecambe, first chance of the second half. Johnson, nice little 1-2 with McAvoy, but the angle's too tight and he hits the side netting with his chance. Bang on the hour mark here as Davis is running down that right hand side. Gets past Leesman, I don't know what he's doing out on the wing, crosses the ball into the box, and a header goes just wide of Fagan's near post. 15 minutes later, Johnson passes the ball off to Bailey on the left-hand side. Cuts back, gives the ball back to Johnson. Doesn't go with his right foot this time, but he's taken down in the box. The referee doesn't see anything wrong with that tackle though. De Silva here, just before the end, runs past two players, squares the ball towards McAvoy, and his shot is dragged wide of the target. You would have put money on him finishing that, but anyway, because he didn't, that means we're out of the FA Cup this year. We lose 1-0 to Cambridge. Right lads, I can't do it anymore. I'm actually tired of him. I can't use just one foot, so Oscar Johnson's on the transfer list. I'm done with him. Looks like we have another youth player to talk about, and it's a Finnish left mid in Arti Solonen. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. His overall is very low, and he probably won't reach that potential, but I signed him up anyway, because he's 94 overall, and you've got to at least give them a chance. And we're not done in the Youth Academy just yet, as Thomas DeHaan, the left back who we said is only here to bolster our defence, we're actually going to call him up today because we're actually falling a bit short and we need to make sure that we don't concede as many goals. So welcome to the first team, Thomas DeHaan. After signing up Thomas DeHaan to the squad, we've got leasing.com trophy action as we travel away to Southend. It's fair to say we actually bossed this game because we were all over them throughout the 90 minutes. The first chance here, De Silva gives the ball off to Brennan. Brennan plays a nice 1-2 with Clark and forces a good save out the goalkeeper. Southend's one and only chance of the first half here as Hyam has the ball, gives off to Theo Robinson. Humphreys here with a half chance and it's deflected wide of the target. No trouble for the goalkeeper there. Ritchie storming down that right hand side. For some reason no one can catch him. Cross the ball into the box. And Clark's volley is absolutely horrendous. Okay, Morgan gives the ball off to De Silva on this left-hand side. Ritchie dribbles past two. Goes into the box, but slices his shot well wide of the target. Last chance of the first half here as Clark runs towards the defence here. Decides to dribble straight into him, barged straight through, and his shot rattles off the post. The first chance of the second half here. De Silva picks up the ball here. He passes off to Clark. Clark dribbles past his man. Shoots, and it's an easy save for the goalkeeper there. Throwing for Morecambe here as Brennan picks up the ball from the throw, gives the ball off to Ritchie, spots Chevier in a bit of space, takes a few steps forward, but his shot is high over the crossbar. Okay, Ritchie has the ball inside Morecambe's half, gives the ball off to De Silva, spots Chevier in that same pocket of space he was last time out, strikes it from distance, and it's a good diving save from the goalkeeper. Clark on the edge of the Southend box gives the ball to De Silva, and finally the deadlock is broken. That is Morecambe's first goal of the episode, and it's Brandon De Silva with his first goal in the leasing.com trophy. You can see here, nice little run from Clark, decent step forwards through the back line, and a very good finish. And that is actually the last chance of the game, and that means that Morecambe have beaten Southend at Roots Hall. Surprisingly, two clubs actually want Oscar Johnson, but we're going to accept an offer from Burton Albion for 175 grand for the striker. Going into the third game of the episode now, and we finally have some League 2 action. It's away at Stevenage. Stevenage started out this game the stronger, I'm not going to lie, as Leasley passes off to List, in acres of space inside our half, forces a good diving save from Romero. Morgan seemed to have a lot of this space down the left hand side all game. He doesn't really make the most of it many times, but this time he does, passing the ball through to Jonsson, but his first touch is absolutely dire. You can tell it was a quick start to the game as we're on our third chance in the 11th minute, and Parrott has the ball on the right hand side, plucks it out the sky, gives it off, and their strike hits the post. They win the ball back and somehow they don't hit the target with a second chance. McAvoy here running down that left hand side, as I mentioned, with the Morgan chance. Jonsson here inside the box, not going with his right foot, but his left footed chance is blocked by the defender. Switching it up now as Alvarez runs down the right hand side this time. It seems like there's acres of space on both wings here. Alvarez crosses the ball into the box and De Silva hits the post with his half volley. Just before the half here, McAvoy passes off to Davis. Xavier has the ball in a bit of space, gives the ball back to McAvoy. Davis yet again. Jonsson's broke the line and he hits the post with his right-footed effort. Unbelievable scenes, but he was offside anyway. First chance of the second half here. De Silva links up with Jonsson. Jonsson's got acres of space, tips it onto his left foot, and he actually grabs a goal. It's unbelievable. Oscar Jonsson, who's just been sold to Burton Albion, has managed to grab a goal, finally, and that is his second goal of the season. And Morecambe are on the attack again just after the hour mark. This time Jonsson giving the ball off to De Silva. De Silva's at the races here, and the right-footed strike is pelted into top bins. De Silva, for a low-rated striker, is unbelievable at finishing, I've got to admit. And that is his second goal in League 2 this season. Let's just watch that strike again. Right-footed ping straight into top bins. Lovely stuff. And what the hell is going on with the game? You can tell that the game's broken when this is the celebration. Yep. FIFA 20, everybody. 2-0 up now, and Morecambe are back on the defence. If you noticed, on the bottom of the screen, Alvarez has stormed through. The left back can't keep up with him, and he hits it in the same corner as Brandon De Silva, and that is his second goal of the season in League 2, and that means that 3 players have hit their second goal of the season today. You'll see again, that top corner, we love it. Just before the end, Stevenage actually have a chance here as Parrott passes off to Van Kooten. The ball finds its way all the way to List, back heel to Darbo, and their shot is just wide of the target, which means we do keep our clean sheet in this one. A brilliant result. Morecambe 3, Stevenage 0. Alright, so we're going back to our youth academy here, and as you can see, we've got 3 players who are eligible to come up, and we're going to have a look at Francesco Mancini. I've mentioned him every time in the youth setup deep dives. He's 51 overall. He's a bit low for me, but I feel like we do need a little bit of midfield cover, and he's the best option we have. Still, the 92 potential means that he will grow massively, and hopefully he grows quickly as well. Let's sign him up. And another player we're going to sign up is the 16-year-old left-back Max Robinson. I know we just signed up another left-back in Dehaan, but I feel like Dehaan can play centre-half, and Max Robinson, he could be our backup left-back. So we do have another centre-half in Dehaan, and we have another left-back in Robinson, so we're going to sign him up as well. Unfortunately, he's got no potential. Alright, we're going into the last game of today, and it is a home league clash against Swindon Town. I'm not going to lie, we didn't do very well in this one. Swindon demolished us for most of the game. We had very rare chances, but the ones we did, we missed drastically. Much like that Lloyd Isgrove one right there. He, for some reason, couldn't wrap his foot round it and went well wide of the target. Linden here passes off to Nombe, and he should have really hit the target there, but the game stayed at 0-0. Eklund here with our first chance of the game. Xavier spots McAvoy in the middle, and it's a decent push over the bar from their goalkeeper. An unorthodox corner routine here as Clark passes to McAvoy, turns his man inside the box and forces a decent save out the goalkeeper. Swindon were back on the attack, and it was virtually straight from the half-time whistle, and Wheelery dribbles down the left hand side, cuts back on himself, spots Linden running through, and his shot is just high and wide of the target. Swindon back on the attack yet again, and it's through that man Wheelery. A nice little 1-2 with Haynes, spots a clear path towards goal, and Fagan pushes it wide. From the corner, they cross the ball to the edge of the box. A rough touch from McAvoy means that there's an absolute battle in the box. Grant has the shot, but it's a decent save from Fagan. Xavier manages to forge a chance himself without any help whatsoever. bustles through the defence, but it's a good save from the Russian goalkeeper, and that is the last chance of the game, which means we finish today's episode with a 0-0 draw against Swindon Town. It's been a better day for results in this one. Obviously we have won 3 games, drawn 1, but unfortunately we're out the FA Cup. But there are positives to take. We've brought up 3 new players from the youth academy. We've brought in Dehaan, Robinson and Mancini, so we have a little bit of squad depth now, albeit they are lower rated, much lower rated than the rest of the squad. Salonen is another youth player who we're going to keep our eyes on. But anyway, you can see here, we are currently 3rd in the league, 7 points off the top, 6 points off our rivals Accrington, and we have an away clash against Salford City in the first game of next episode. But if you like this one, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want, and you know what guys, we'll see you in a bit.